Back to Sha Tin again on Sunday after our Easter Monday and Thursday at Happy Valley. We've got 11 races to look forward to on the weekend as well, with the return of the Griffins. 10 going round in the first, all unraced. Good day's action there to look forward to. We've got it covered here on Racing Twin. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Good to have your company. I'm joined by our form analyst in Paul Alley and racecaller Mark McNamara as well. Mark, outside of the Griffins, what else have we got to look forward to?
We have two very promising horses lining up, Andrew. In Courier Wonder, he's unbeaten in two. He went off at 1.1 last time, and looking at that field, he may go off a similar quote on Sunday. And Fantastic Treasure out of the David Hayes barn, he's unbeaten 2 for 2, and he's likely to be a rather short-priced favourite as well.
And we've got quite a few first starters on the programme actually, Paul, and a nice jackpot as well in the 6-up.
Yeah, 1.8 million in the 6-up, so we're expecting that to get up to 5 million for a single winning $10 unit. And look, you're right, there's a lot of first starters here. There's plenty of interest in these Griffin races early in the season as well, see how they can perform, and so hopefully we can, through track work and trials, point you in the right direction. All
right, plenty to get through then with the 11 on the programme. So we'll launch straight into it. All races are on the turf on Sunday. It's meeting number 62 of the 88. We're on the C course as far as the rail is concerned. We have three races, the first, the second and the fourth. So the Griffins to get us underway, headed by Chu Chow Warrior. Francis Lloyd with 2 in the race. This one a 3-year-old colt, as is Great King for Dennis Yip. HK Dragon starts life with the blinkers on for Douglas White, also with 2 runners in the race. Francis Lloyd second is Turbo Power. Cheval Valiant, a 2-year-old, Douglas White's second runner. Tony Millard's got 2 in the race as well, Compulsory being the first, 2-year-old colt by No Nay Never, and down to Super Kingdom, another colt by Street Boss. He'll jump from barrier 1 under Caris Teeton. Now a whole host of these have been up at Chung Fa. Chu Chow Warrior, Great King, HK Dragon, Turbo Power, Cheval Valiant and Smart Idea, Mark. So the speed map, 1,000 metres, suppose it's up in the air really.
Absolutely, so this is more a guide than anything on what they've done at the trial. Smart Idea and Compulsory, who was pushed out late in his trial. He's only had the 1 trial Compulsory. Smart Idea has had 2 of them. Super Kingdom's only had the 1 that was down the straight at Sha Tin, so he has seen the straight track before. Turbo Power, Cheval Valiant led up in a trial after just being awkward away, pushed forward after that. Great King, Chu Chow Warrior's best trial was where he led but been back in several since, and then Cordyceps 6, Heng's Choice and HK Dragon at the back pool.
First one we'll look at for you here is Great King. He's the one at the back just being restrained. Now he's been slow away in both his trials. He's had the 2 of them. He's 1,117 pounds, and you can see him, it was just an educational thing. They just trying to hold him up there in that gallop. Here's Cheval Valiant. Now, he's got some early speed. He won a trial in New Zealand by 12 lengths, this horse, but it was only over 600 metres. He's had his trial over 800. He's 1,062 pounds. That's some 3-5-6 there. And here's the 2 Millard horses. Compulsory's on the inside, Super Kingdom closest to us. Of the 2, I think Super Kingdom looks more forward for a good run of these 2, but both going nicely, and they both had 800-metre trials as well.
All right, trials and track work is all we've got to go on here in the market as well, so we'll get straight into the trials, Mark. Here is Great King prominent, and Turbo Power just sat back in this trial, but then allowed to stretch out late.
He did. He finished off very nicely, did Turbo Power, Andrew, and he has had the 4 trials. This was the best of them. Just a quiet trial from Great King, Paul. He's had the 2. He ran 4th behind Classic Legend in the last one. Pushed out a bit. Actually had him on top, Turbo Power, originally in the selections, but the more watch the others have bumped him back down to 4th.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers as well. Turbo Power, same position as you, funny enough. But look, he did win that trial nicely enough.
All right, so he's a 3-year-old Turbo Power. Here's Cheval Valiant as a 2-year-old, Paul, for Douglas White.
Now, he's got some really good early speed, this horse. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually led this race, Cheval Valiant. Blake Shinnaboard, he's 1,062. He's just had the 1 trial. But he looks speedy. It's just whether he can sustain the 1,000 metres.
And got him in for sure on what he's done, both in New Zealand and that win down the straight at Chung Fa as well. So, yeah, I think it'd be pretty hard to beat.
So the 2-year-old's getting £5 off their older rival. Smart Idea, another 2-year-old by Swiss Ace. Mark, this one for Frankie Law and Joe Moreira.
He's had a couple of trials. A 3rd behind This Is Guts and this 2nd behind Treasure of Field, beaten half a length. And he's shown some early speed in the trials too, Paul, so he should be somewhere in the first 4 or 5. And actually thought with the weights at 121 pounds and Joe on, he might be hard to beat.
Yeah, I've got him in there as well. 1,062 pounds he weighs in for this particular race.
All right, so a tricky one to start the programme, Paul. I think they've all, if you look at all their trials, they've all shown something. What do you think, though, as far as the top 4 is concerned?
I'm going to make my each-way play in this because it is open, this race. And I just thought Super Kingdom, I liked this trial. He ran behind a horse called Huge Tiger, who's running later in the card, and like that, who we know was a very good Griffin himself. So coming out of that trial, I think he can improve. He's on top of the 10. Cheval Valiant with that early speed. Smart Idea in there for third. We talked about him and Turbo Powers. But I'm going to go each way the 10. It's currently at 14 and 4.7. If he stays that price, I'll be very happy.
Settled on the 9, Smart Idea. He has had the 2 trials. So many of them have only had the 1 up here in Hong Kong. Joe Moreira takes the ride for Frankie Law. He's looked pretty professional the way he's gone about things. So 9, Smart Idea to beat 6, Cheval Valiant. Absolutely nothing wrong with his trial, but just the fact the 9's had 1 extra. 2, Great King, that quiet trial behind Turbo Power. And it is Pertinent Yip in 5, Turbo Power. 9, 6, 2 and 5 for the first.
5 and 9, my cue there in the opener. I'll go with Turbo Power for Francis Loy and Vincent Ho.